Hi there. Several people have reached out to me with some questions because they are concerned that their employer is requiring that they get to maintain their employment. And I'm not a lawyer, and I'm suggesting that you listen to what I say in this video and consult a lawyer before you take action. But I am a business owner and I am a business consultant, and I have some thoughts that I just wanted to share with you today about that situation and some of the ways that you might be able to stay in your power and maintain your medical autonomy while maintaining your employment. So one of the thoughts that I had was, if you're working for a corporation that has a human resources department, you could set up a meeting with someone in human resources. I would bring to that meeting a typed list of questions that you are going to ask the human resources representative throughout the meeting. And then at the end, I would suggest that you ask them to sign and date it. So what you need to understand is these have not been approved. They are only authorized for use, and they are considered experimental medical procedures. And you want to ask the question, am I required to undergo an experimental medical procedure as a condition of my employment? And if the answer is yes, you write down yes on that sheet of the paper. Now, these are experimental. The clinical trials are continuing for these. They're projected to terminate in 2022 or 2023. And at that point, they could receive, and I'm sure they will receive, full approval. But until then, they are only authorized for use and they are considered experimental. So you want to ask the question, is undergoing an experimental medical procedure a condition of my employment? Yes or no? And then if it is a condition of your employment, you want to ask, how is this covered under workman's compensation? And you want to find out, if I am injured or killed as a result of this vaccine, is that covered under workman's compensation? Because the vaccine manufacturer has zero liability as to the outcome of these injections by law. So you first want to ask, if I'm injured or killed by this, is that covered under workman's compensation? If I have an adverse reaction and I need to take a sick day, does that come off of my allotted sick time, or is that also covered under workman's compensation? You have to understand, the only thing that's going to get these corporations especially to reconsider their position is to understand what the financial ramifications could be for them. So stand in your power with your colleagues, because, if 10% of the staff is released from employment because of the declining to participate in an experimental medical procedure, that's going to have an impact on the employer. They will have to pay the other staff overtime to make up for shifts. There's going to be a financial hit for them. And think about if it's 20% or 50%, right? The more people who are like, I don't want to participate in this experimental medical procedure, and if you stand in your power, stay together, you have to understand that the employer cannot handle having a significant amount of their employees released from employment. So the other thing you want to ask the human resources person is who is or who are the individuals responsible for the decision to mandate this experimental medical procedure as a condition of employment. Because that's planting the seed like, okay, so who can I sue personally if I'm injured or killed by this experimental medical procedure? The last thing I want you to know is there are lawyers out there who have the cases ready to be customized and ready to file. And one that I know that you can go and reach out to is healthfreedomdefense.org. There's power in numbers, and the more people who embrace their own medical autonomy and refuse to participate in an experimental medical procedure, the more of a financial hit that's going to have on the business, and the more likely they are to reconsider their position. Make sure that you're putting the liability on them, bringing to their attention that you will file a workman's comp complaint or case if you are injured or disabled or have any negative adverse reaction to this experimental medical procedure. Hang in there, folks. Peace out.